can't believe people came in here. Hey guys, how are you doing tonight? I got the intro short. I was just sitting here messing around, and I said, let me go ahead and go live. I'm editing a video and taking a little bit of a break, looking at a couple of people on YouTube while I take a break from editing the video. Coach Sherry was on, I believe. So I was just over there. How's everybody doing tonight? Hopefully you're doing great. Hopefully. Let me do one thing real quick. Boom, boom, boom. Let's see. Got to try to get this video ready for Monday. Let's see who the late owls are. The Bud Files. Welcome in, Bud Files. Popping in, Bone Tired. Denise popping in before sleepy time. Susanna, thank you for coming in. Appreciate it. Controversial cruising. Do you ever sleep? Bone Tired Travelers speaking. Denise is speaking. Home bartending with John. John, welcome in. Hope you're doing well. Haven't seen you in a while. Hope you're doing well. Everybody saying hi. And hopefully, as I said, everybody's doing great tonight. I'm kind of a night owl, so even though I was tired at about 5 or 6 o'clock in the afternoon, and I said, let me just stay up. If I could just stay up to 10 o'clock. And next thing you know, I started watching Mead and I and a couple of other channels, and then the news about what happened today with ex-President Trump and all this. And, I'm not tired anymore. Now it's my regular wake time. So no early bedtime tonight. Tomorrow, maybe I'll go to bed early. But I have to finish this video. I'm trying to be consistent. I'm trying to be like Scott. You know how Scott is everywhere, doing everything. Andrew, Embarkation Nation, welcome in. Appreciate you being in here. Ross, what are you doing up so late? I always say I don't expect people to be in here this time of night. Jennifer, welcome in. I don't expect people to be in here. Jennifer and Embarkation Nation, they have a late schedule. They might be in here. But I'm trying to get a video out. My next video is going to be Mead and I. Hey, don't let the gray beard fool you. I've been playing ball all my life. I was that guy back a few years ago. I was that guy. Now that I'm older, I get winded a little easier. But don't Mead and I. If I can get Keisha out there, we'll show you a thing or two on the court. Ross, surfing on my recliner, riding the curls. Best way to be. Best way to be. Jesus, I can't believe you guys are coming in here. 16 people are in here in the middle of the night. You know what, he spoke. I am really looking forward to this cruise. Anwar, I'm gonna stop. I always say Mead Night is just simple. I always go by channel names. Anwar, I'm really looking forward to this cruise. It sounds like it's a good time, and it's going to be kind of laid back, and that's what I'm looking forward to. Meeting you guys, having a smoke, having a drink, playing the basketball tournament, the golf tournament, or whatever you have. I think it's going to be a lot of fun, and that's what a lot of people don't understand about group cruises. Group cruises, if you do them right, they're a lot of work. You guys are putting into work, and I appreciate it. Hopefully, everybody else appreciates it. It sounds like last year you guys had a good time, and I'm assuming we're gonna have a good time this time. I've never had a bad time on a cruise. I don't plan on starting now, so I think it's gonna be a lot of fun. I mean, that's going out to the West Coast. I know a lot of people probably haven't been to the West Coast before, and it hits differently. It hits differently. And where I don't know if you've ever been out there before, summertime in the Mexican Riviera, it is going to be hot. And I know Florida hot. I know Caribbean hot. This hot was it was a different hot. It was a different hot. And you be prepared when you on that ATV. Make plenty of fluids. I know we're supposed to stop at oh my goodness, Papa and Beers. I think it stops at Papa and Beers, and um, that's I like that place. You can get there from the cruise ship, but most people don't venture out into a city like that. And um, it's like Senior Frogs, and they do all the crazy stuff, picking people up, turn them upside down, give them a shot while they're upside down. They do all the crazy stuff, play the up to date music, lots of fun. Papa and Beers is lots of fun. I think everybody will enjoy it. Oh, it will. You have our word. I know you're a man of your word, so I'm not worried about it. So, Bill, we expect mid August weather wise in Alaska? Can Ross, you're going in? Okay, yeah, you're going in August. It's going to Ross. It's going to be fine. It's going to be a lot of times you're going to have highs probably in the 60s. Only thing is, it may rain, and it's kind of the end of the summer season. So there's going to be less snow in the mountains. You're still going to see snow, but yeah, it's going to be you'll still see sights. The glaciers will still be there. The icebergs in the water will still be there, but it will get cool at night, and probably when you're in the fjords, and but it'll be some of the greatest sights you've ever seen. Um, Trust me, you won't regret it. Just dress in layers, because if you when you get off Skagway and Juneau, when you get off, it may feel a little cool, but once you get out there, Ross, I don't know if you're going to get off or use a scooter or anything, but it warms up fast. So dress in layers, because a lot of times when I get off, I have to take off. I usually wear like a hoodie, but I mean, there's been times I've been there twice. There's been times I've been on the deck in a t-shirt, laying in the sun. I mean, it was just that it felt that warm. I mean, it probably was only 65, 70, but it felt like t-shirt weather and laying out there and getting a tan in the sun. So I would imagine that would be you that up in August. I would imagine that's what it's going to be like. And rain gear. Rain gear is, you can't let rain slow you down when you go to Alaska. So make sure you bring rain gear, um, you know, waterproof boots or shoes. Orange cone. We are prepped with layers and rain gear. Yep. Lawn lifters, welcome in. Welcome in. Been to Vegas twice, LA once, but never on a West Coast cruise. I swear, Anwar, I used to go to Vegas for my birthday all the time. And literally, I mean, it's 110 degrees. It felt hotter in Ensenada when I was there. I don't know what it was. I don't know if it was because of Vegas has a lower humidity. Ensenada, it was high heat, high humidity. It was tough. It was tough. Um, I expected not unbearable. I mean, we're gonna all survive, but it's yeah. But if you've been to Vegas, picture Vegas with a little more humidity. Picture Vegas with more humidity, and I mean, I was drenching wet, but the air conditioner is strong, and Papas and Beers, or beers Papas and Beers. I think it's what it's called. The beers were cold, so hey, we made it, and we're gonna be ATV, so we're gonna make our own win. So we're going to be good. We're going to be good. And I know sounds like you didn't do a lot of excursions. Uh, I like the excursions, especially excursions like this, where we get to see some of the landscape, outside of the cruise port. I mean, you can easily, like with Ensenada, there's a bus you can take downtown, probably $2 or $3, but we're going to be far. We're going to be further out. We're going to be away from the downtown area where they kind of send all the tourists. Papas and Beers is going to be a fun place. Ross, I have a convertible rain pants, and I got a rain cover for the medical ankle boot. Also, not using a scooter, going to walk as much as I can. So yeah, if you're going to walk as much as you can, layers, layers. That's all I can tell you, Ross. And just I hope you just don't melt in the rain. You got Embarkation Nation in here. He was afraid to get a little wet, so I don't know. Alaska could be hard on him when he goes back in June of next year. Just kidding, Andrew. Just kidding. We also got merino wool based leather layers and socks. I don't think you're going to need it because it's not going to get that. It's not when you get to the ports. It's not going to be that cold. In the fjords in the early morning, it may be like 40s. So when you step outside, it's going to feel real cold. So a lot of times you have your jacket on, you bundle up. I think the Melanin at Sea group is going out there right now. It's a Celebrity Edge. I think they're going up there right now. So that they probably would be a good group to look at and see what they're wearing. I think people think Alaska is colder than really what it is, at least during the summertime. I'm not talking about in the wintertime. Uncle Dave, he's talking about 35 below. I'm not talking about that kind of weather. But if it's 40 degrees and rainy, that's miserable kind of weather. Merino wool is good for cold and warm weather, and they are superior for moisture wicking. See, I don't know about. I just t-shirts. That's what I do. I didn't buy anything special. I bought long johns. I don't even know if I wore them. I probably didn't even wear them. I had blue jeans on, and that was middle of April, maybe middle of April, May. All I had were like blue jeans, and it never rained when I was there, so I wore gym shoes and blue jeans and a hoodie when I got off the ship. I never put on a heavy jacket. I'm sorry. The only time I put on a heavy jacket was going in the fjords and early morning. I mean, it was like 7 o'clock in the morning or whatever, and I had a heavier jacket on and some hot chocolate. So it's going to be good. It's going to be good. Am I right, Scott? Scott is he loves Alaska. He loves Alaska. I'll be there again next April. This will probably be the earliest that I've seen. I've been to Alaska. It's probably going to be, well, maybe not, because it's a 29-day cruise. So if I leave on April 8th or 9th, probably 20 days. So into April, I'll be there. So it should be fine. Alaska, there's Scott. Alaska is so much fun. I don't know. He says fun. See, I don't know about fun. It's beautiful, but it's not like the excursions. Very expensive, and it's like once in a lifetime type of deal. But going to the different, the old saloons and learning the history. It is fun, but it's not like Caribbean. Caribbean type fun, and rum factory tours, and all the beaches, and it's not that type of fun. But it is very interesting. It is. Um, if you don't want to spend a lot of money, you don't have to, because a lot of the ports you can walk around, hike around, take little shuttles to different places here and there. You just have to be open minded and have your ears open. Uh, Controversial cruising. If you like warm weather, you will fall in love with Hawaii. I really did. Maui, Waikiki Beach, even though it's commercialized, it reminded me, and I always tell people, it reminded me of like South Beach type of vibe 20 years ago. You know, no problems, no yelling, no fussing, no craziness on the beach. From what I saw, I've been there twice, and at night twice, or evening twice. Never a problem. They do. I mean, they do have homeless, but it was never a problem. They weren't coming up to me and begging and nothing like that, and not out their mind. Um, the one thing that was weird was it, and I never confirmed it, but it sounds like you can't drink in public there. Like at the beach, there's no alcohol. So when you're at Waikiki Beach, you're not supposed to be drinking alcohol. So if you have something, if you're drinking something, make sure it's covered up in a brown bag or something. But uh, you can go to a bar or someplace like that, but you can't drink you can't drink out on the beach. Uh, just water, people. I don't drink enough water. I drink too much. I'm gonna say pop. I drink too much pop, but okay, soda. Ross says, according to the National Weather Service, they're predicting a heat wave. Wow, for Alaska during our trip, highs between 70 and 80. Yeah, yeah. See, eh, you're going to be fine. I mean, it sounds like it's going to be perfect weather. The only thing is, when it gets that hot and you have like ice, sometimes it can be foggy. And I've been so lucky. Whenever I went, I didn't have that. I didn't have that fog, so I could see the mountaintops and all that. So I really loved it. But yeah, no, man, that's Scott Hawaii. Oops, let me plug in my laptop. Got the low battery warning. I would definitely go back to Hawaii in a heartbeat. Matter of fact, I want to fly out there and just spend some time. It's expensive, but what place isn't now? Not most of these tourist places are expensive. But I mean, and if you like Hawaii, head to the French Polynesian islands. It's how we always say Alaska, um, is like it's like the wintertime, but on steroids, and yeah, that's what the French Polynesian islands are to Hawaii. Hawaii is nice. Hawaii is like the baby brother of the French Polynesian islands, my opinion, and it's not commercialized. So you're dealing with the locals from the very beginning. It's cheap. I didn't check out the hotel prices, but the food prices, the drink prices when you're out are not crazy. You're dealing with like the locals, very friendly people. Um, Numia, which is having a problem. Numia there was French Polynesian island, and they want to separate themselves from the French. Eventually, the locals do. So they have their elections. Well, France now said that if anybody from in France that had lived over there for 10 years, now they can vote in the elections, which dilutes the votes of the locals. So they were having a little uprising earlier this year. So, how it is now, there was nothing like they were going through an election when I was there last time, but people just it was just like here, you had your one party versus the other party, and vote for my guy, vote for my guy. I mean, there was no problem, but this time it sounded like they had more of a issue, but it had nothing to do with the tourist. Unlike Spain, which is it sounds like they're like really tired of tourists coming over to was it Barcelona maybe. No, it's not. It was nothing like that. But I would go back in a heartbeat. Just if you saw crowds someplace, I would avoid those crowds because it's just political parties going at each other. Scott, you're going to I'm assuming love Hawaii. Embrace the culture, enjoy the food and drink, the hospitality of the people. It's amazing. It is. It definitely is. It definitely is. And it's so to me, it just feels different than like the Caribbean. Probably because I haven't been there that much. I've been twice maybe. Yeah, twice. And only one time did I ever spend the night. I spent the night. We cruise ship spent the night. We spent a night in Tahiti. No, no, not Tahiti. I didn't spend a night in Hawaii. I spent the night in Tahiti. My bad. Eric B, welcome in. Travel Adventures with Eric B. Appreciate you coming in here. Mr. Germany himself. I'm gonna stop calling Darian the Magnificent or Magnificent Germany with Darren. I'm gonna start calling Magnificent Germany with Eric. You're over there so much. Scott tip: get off the beaten path. Go to local restaurants and try the local day today food. Also, make sure you eat some banana bread and shaved ice. It's interesting, you know, active volcanoes. So it's different, and I loved it, and it's probably why I love the West Coast so much. I have not cruised out of there a whole lot, so when I stop at Cabo, I'm still exploring Cabo and Ensenada. My favorite place was Mazatlan, and I haven't. This trip doesn't go to Mazatlan, but that's one of my favorite places on the West Coast of Mexico, and getting out there with the locals, having a drink or two, listening to some good music. Oh, I'm sure I'll do that with Richard. I'm sure Richard will take you to a lot of the local places. And I'm sorry for all the members in here, controversial. And I see Uncle Dave came in. And if I missed anybody that was also a member, I appreciate you guys. I don't shout you guys out enough. Yep, I don't shout you guys out enough. I'm trying to get better at that. Trying is the key word. Ross says, Scott, if you rent a Jeep and do the road to Hannah. We'll pretend that's a Jeep. Okay. It is. It's good to visit. The Polynesian Culture Center is touristy, but it's a real slice of authenticity. Authenticity. You know what I'm saying? It is. It is nice to visit, and from the port, I mean, it's about a 30-minute public bus ride to Waikiki Beach if you head down that way. Waikiki Beach, and then a little further down you have Diamond Head, the volcano and all that. So it's not far, and I love going down there on the bus as whatever it was, $2 or $3, whatever it was. My mom was from Lahaina, Lahaina, Maui. That's where Maui, right? Are we talking Maui? If I'm not mistaken, Lahaina, Lahaina. Maybe that's it. I used to always practice it when I was down there. I used to always try to practice. So didn't sound like an idiot when I was talking to people trying to figure out where I was going. And thank goodness it's in the United States, so you cut your phone on and you do your Google Maps, the area that burned down. Yeah, I was there a little before it burned down, probably the year before, and I mean it brought a tear to my eye because it's just the whole area was just beautiful. It was beautiful. It's, I haven't been back to that area since, but yeah, it was sad. So what are you guys doing up this late at night? I'm up here. I gotta start packing. My trip is in what's today's date? It's in 10 days. Well, no, today's the 14th. So in 9 days, 9 days will be my birthday, and I'll be traveling on my birthday, heading out to Los Angeles, Long Beach, staying on the Queen Mary, the most haunted hotel in America. So they say. So some people say. I was editing, but I finished. I wish I was finished, Scott. I got all the clips down there. Now I'm going through to see what I need to do as far as like a voiceover or edit down. Because right now it's all it is it's the resort I stayed at when I was at Port Canaveral, and I really enjoyed that hotel, and it was like I mean right across from the port, so it was a perfect location. And Uncle Dave, hey Uncle Dave, it's not quite my birthday, but thank you so much. 23rd, I'll be live with my birthday. Keisha, welcome in, Keisha. Come on, man, Keisha. We got to get together. We got to get a basketball team together. You got it. You got it in. You ran track. You ran track. You can play any sport. Uh, I mean, we not. I'm getting a little up there in age, so it might be a little tougher, little bit tougher. But I am Keisha. I am really looking forward to this trip. Keisha. I'm going to need your help, Keisha, as a birthday present to me. You know, make sure you introduce me to everybody. I don't. I know some of the names, but I don't know the people. So make sure you introduce me. For those of you that don't know, Keisha and I we're going on a cruise together. We're going to Meet and I cruise, and that will be in on July 25th. Not quite a birthday cruise. I'll be out there a day early. I want to get out there a day early because, well, 2 days early. Um, I go out there the first day, that 5 hour flight, 5.5 hour flight out there. When I get there, I'm getting up first thing in the morning. I know I'm gonna be tired. So if I'm tired, I'm gonna get to the room. Well, check-in is at 2. Let's see if I can get an early check-in. So if check-in is at 2, I'm gonna want to get a couple hours sleep. Next thing you know, it's 4 or 5 o'clock. Oh, it's time to go get something to eat. Next thing you know, I haven't done anything all day, and the day's gone. But now I have the whole next day, and that's what I'm looking forward to. Will G, welcome in. Welcome in, Will G. Appreciate you being in here. See, I'm not okay. I'm not the only night owl. Okay, okay. I'm feeling it. And Keisha says, Bill, my hoop skills do not exist. It's all about having fun, Keisha. We go out there, give a couple of hard fouls. Next thing you know, they're giving up. You throw through a few bowls, they'll stop. They'll stop. They won't drive. All righty. Need to make you and my sister group cruise member flashcards. Yes. Yes. And what's so bad? Oh, I was watching it earlier today. Will G, UFC. That's Fridays and Saturdays are busy days for me because that's when sports are on, boxing and UFC. And I'm watching it. I'm watching that all the time. I'm not doing what I'm supposed to do on YouTube. Uh, it's tough. Kimberly Lavelle, welcome in. Appreciate you being in here. Yes, Uncle Dave. Hard fouls. See, everybody can play basketball until you make them work, till you grind. I'm from Detroit, the Bad Boys. There was no easy shots. There were no easy baskets. Oh, you may beat us, but you're gonna know you were in the game anyway. Keisha, I mean, I don't want to get you like that, Keisha. With that, I'll leave the hard fouls to me. No, it's all fun and games. I'm just joking about hard fouls too. Let me clear that up now before I do foul somebody and it's like, oh, he said he was going to do that. I'm not going to do that. We're on vacation. We're all on the same team. So yeah. Anyway, video for Monday is not the prison rules. Nah, see that's cutthroat. No, thank you. I mean, back in my younger days, maybe you gotta make them earn it. I'm sorry. Let me see. You gotta make them earn it. If they think it's safe just to drive on you, they'll do that all day long. You're gonna hit jump shots in the wind and in the breeze and on the rocky ship. You're gonna hit jump shots. You're not gonna no layups. No layups. No layups here. Ross doing first group cruise. Yes, first group cruise on the booze cruise. It should be fun, Ross. Just you got to make sure you're getting people involved. You got to set up the activities ahead of time. You group cruises are what you make it. You know, and when we went on the first booze cruise, they put a lot of work into it, and there's no extra pay, and I think that's where this second booze cruise is they need work. I'm not hearing the activities of the bar crawls, the belly flop contest, the karaoke contest. I'm not hearing that yet. I haven't paid a whole lot of attention, but I'm not hearing what the activities are. It's all fun when everybody gets to meet up and just say hi, but it's a different animal when you pack a bunch of activities in. And when I went on Edna's World, here's a list of what we're going to be doing. There was a lot more drinking involved than I wanted, but there was a list here: bar crawl, slot pull. There was a lot of stuff, and you can't wait till the last minute to start planning all this stuff. You got to call in advance. You have to work at it. Will G says, FIRGC, and that's what is that? About 2 weeks? Will be my first group cruise. They've done them before, so they understand. They understand how to do a group cruise. I'm assuming I didn't go to one, so I'm assuming, and it looked like they had activities all planned out. So yes, it should be good, and it is. I'm sorry, where I missed it. Ross, I'm mainly going to meet others. Ross, it's fun to meet others, but you know what's more fun is doing activities with others. That's more fun. And it doesn't have to be strenuous or anything like that, but just um, activities where you guys are having fun together. Now you're all not going to do all the same things at one time, but whether it's the shot glass exchange or postcard exchange or gift exchange, cabin tours of the different type cabins. There's a lot of things that people can do, and it's fun. However, it takes somebody to be organized. No, it takes several people to be organized to pull that off. The 27th. Yep. Because I knew you were going out there at the same time. Because I was kind of torn trying to go to on that cruise or the Meet and I cruise, and I wound up choosing the Meet and I cruise. Um, that should be a fun cruise. I always wanted to meet Have Luggage Will Travel. They seem like really nice people, really nice people, and there's so many group cruises out here. You know, I'm still torn. I haven't actually decided yet on the Rock and Roll Tribute cruise yet. Excuse me. At one point, I was pretty sure. I'm like, nah, nah, I'm not. I don't think I'm going. But then I kind of like, I kind of want to see the ship. I've never been on that ship before, and going on the ship with people that will make it fun. And I love music, so I mean, this could be a win-win-win situation. And Ross, no, I don't plan on going on the booze cruise. I won't count it out, but I don't plan on going on it. Not this 2.0, because I think didn't Rob say something about a 3.0 already? But I don't think so. Travel B, Travel Adventures with Eric B. I have met Luggage. Will travel. Nice people. They definitely seem like very nice people. Everybody I met, I'm not gonna lie. Everybody I met, um, were nice people. Very very nice people. Yes, and you have a concert off the ship. You guys are doing a lot of planning, and that's what you need. Well in advance, plan it out, and that's so you don't have any hiccups. You know, if you want to do a slot pull, you need to start contacting people now to get the okay. What do we have to do to do a slot pull? How many people can we have at the slot pull? I mean, you can't just show up and do it, because you guys are going to want to have cameras. You're going to want to, take over some machine. You got to plan out in advance. My opinion. I've never thrown a group cruise. I've been on a couple, and I watch people. I can be an organizer, so I watch people and how things are done, and I think of ways to make them better. Uh, I try to, and I noticed the hard work that people put into it, and I've been around people that didn't put in the work, and it turned into a show. I'm not going to tell you what kind of type of show it turned into, but it turned into a show because nobody knew exactly what was going on. I didn't know what time. Well, I thought you said this. I thought you said that. If you have a schedule made out, if I don't have it handy right now, the Meet and I cruise, there is a schedule made out right now of every activity that we're doing. Now, will there be some more that might pop up? Maybe, but here's every activity. Cigars, cognac and cigars, or cigars under the stars, or something like that. Uh, at this time, meet there. It's just you have to um, you have to put the effort in. I mean, it may look like it's easy, but looking, how they say, looking this good, it ain't easy. So yeah, put the work in, and that's for the Booze Cruise 2.0. If you're going on that one, light a fire under people to volunteer, because you can't expect Eddie and them to do it by themselves. You need volunteers. Hey, you take care of this, or you take care of that. Who wants to do the group cruise? Who wants to do the gift exchange? Who wants to, and put it in your Facebook page and line it up so everybody can know, hey, who's going? How many people do we plan on going here? You just put in the work. Hold on? Did I miss? I see Jamia. I see. So I mentioned Jamia. Jamia, if I don't see your name, Jamia, if you're in here, hello. Scratching Pete, hello, welcome in, welcome in. It might be somebody might have saw. I think maybe Nightbot. I forget to cut Nightbot off when I do stuff like this. I forget to cut Nightbot off. So maybe that's what it was. It's a ship show. Yes. I mean, the booze cruise I went on, it was the booze cruise. They had a costume. They had a costume contest, which was a lot of fun. But you had Naughty Cruiser and Moonlight Adventure. They practiced a skit, and Josh's wife, Chastity, they practiced a skit to entertain us along with the contest. It took work. It didn't just happen. It didn't just happen. So, and if I do a group cruise, that was kind of the way that I would like to do it, where people know ahead of time. Excuse me. I don't like tribal cruising. Hold on, Marion, you're funny. What did I miss? It's not like we got an Embrace the Journey. Oh, see, good one, good one. Embrace the Journey group cruise in the making with all what you need to do. Talk. Keisha, I thought about it, but you know you have to get involved with good people. You know, Scott. I mean, Scott is a worker. Keisha, you seem organized. Yeah, I can see you doing some stuff. So I mean, one day maybe we just get a small group cruise together and you know, embrace the journey. We've even set up the bar crawl with 15 groups of 20 with dedicated traveling bartenders with each of the groups. Nice. That's what you have to do, Ross. When you have a group as large as what you plan on having or what you're going to have, you can't show up the day of. So that is a good thing. Jamie is not here. Mary, so her link dropped. I thought it was her. Okay, yeah, that's what I thought. Mine channel, and I know I'm butchering your name, M Hine or Mine channel. Welcome in, welcome in. Appreciate you being in here. Events yours. Welcome in, welcome in. Thanks for stopping by. You guys are up late. It's on the East Coast. It's 1 o'clock in the morning. And of course, me, what I'm supposed to be doing is finishing up my editing, and I never do it. Whenever you can always tell when I have something to do, I always find some way to get out of it. So I need to do this editing, and you know what? Let me take a break and go live. And next thing you know, I spend an hour on live, and instead of doing what I'm supposed to be. Try. Let me go back. Let me read it. A tribal equal group. I don't like tribal cruising, and it's not for everybody. Marion, the booze cruise that I went on, because I didn't do everything with everybody all the time. I was kind of labeled like a party poop. I was a party. I was a party poop, but and that's kind of like every cruise I go on. I don't unless it's my family. My family, that's something different that we can go ahead and do everything together. Even that is a challenge for me at times because I think I told you guys or I told somebody. I mean, they all wanted like an early dining time, 5:30. I don't do early dining, but I said I do it early dining with them, and I get there at 5:30 and nobody's there, and I was so mad. Not mad enough to mess up my cruise or anything, but it's like, why would you pick up 5:30 time and you don't want to be here at 5:30? I mean, they literally got there half an hour later. I didn't think they were going to wait on them, but they did. So it is what it is. But no, it was like being antisocial. And I'm going on a group cruise. Mike Clock's Family Adventure is having a group cruise in September, and it's 3 days on a brand new ship for me, an Oasis class ship, the Utopia. And let's say there's 50 people on that ship. I'm not going to entertain 50 people. I'm not. I mean, it's going to be, we first get on the ship, we have a meetup. Hey, how's everybody doing? Hey, how's it going? Hey. I'm going to go look at the ship. And I don't plan on getting off on the island. So I'm not, why would I go? It's a brand new, I got 3 days and spent, dang near $1,500 or whatever amount I spent for this cruise for 3 days. I'm not gonna, and it sounds so cold, but I don't want to waste the time talking to people. That sounds mean. I'm not going to say it, but it sounds mean. But I really want to see the ship, and I spent too much money not to see the ship. But I'm not going to be mean. I will speak to everybody. I'll be there, but I'm not doing every dinner with you. I am going to try every different restaurant that I can. I want to try that train restaurant. I want to try as many restaurants as I can, even if it means let's go into one restaurant and just nibbling for a little bit and go to another one. There's supposed to be like 28 places to eat on this ship. I have 3 days. 3 days. Anywho, everybody saying hello. Keisha, controversial, great idea. I was about to go live to try this again, but go live. We can all come over there to where you're at, Tanya. I just came live because I'm editing and I didn't want to do it anymore. I will be arriving in Port Canaveral the Wednesday before the cruise. There will be a central credential pickup for at one of the 2 pre-cruise hotels. Nice. You got enough people, so yeah. That's, you need to do things like that. It's nice when people can kind of stay at the same hotel. I know the hotels aren't in everybody's budgets and things like that, or people have certain brands they like. This cruise I'm going on in July 25th, the group cruise hotel was at the Hilton, but I always wanted to stay on the Queen Mary, so I booked at the Queen Mary. So I think my first day is going to be, take a nap, go around Queen Mary, get some video, put together maybe a vlog. What I don't want is to, and I'm not there yet. I'm not that video guy where this is a job to me yet. I'm not that guy. I do like to put out videos, and I like to try to do the best that I can when I put out the videos, but I want to also enjoy whatever I'm doing. And the Queen Mary, I want to go there. I want to enjoy the hotel. It's supposed to be haunted. They're supposed to have tours. I want to walk around, learn the history of it, and along the way videotape it. And hopefully I'm good enough now where I can videotape it and still enjoy it. But that's the first day. The second day, I'm in Long Beach. So now I can go down to Hollywood for a little while. And I think we're having a pre-cruise meetup at 6 o'clock at the Hilton. So I get over there by 6 o'clock. They say they're not going to keep us long so people can go visit Long Beach. But if I take care of Long Beach during the daytime, I go there. So let's say they go 6 to 8. 8 o'clock, I can head back to the hotel, maybe grab a bite or a bite to eat, and then I can get up first thing in the morning and be at and for those that don't know, the Queen Mary is like docked right next to the cruise port in Long Beach. You literally could just walk over to it. And when I say walk over to it, it's 400 yards, maybe that far to the front door. It's right there. I mean, when you look out, it's right there. Matter of fact, that was one of my videos. Was when you're coming there to Long Beach, if you're in an Uber, have them drop you off at the Queen Mary side, because there's lines when you try to go into the parking structure. There's lines there, and it would take you 20 or 30 minutes to get there. They drop you off to Queen Mary. You're there in 5 minutes. Keisha, yep. I'm practicing all the settings and features. Tripping with Dre and Michelle. Welcome in. Hey, how's it going? Thanks for coming in. Once you learn how to use the gimbal, you're going to love it. Most of the time, you're going to use that. What is it? The point of view setting. Most of the time, there'll be times, Keisha, like maybe like when you're in the garden or whatever, you'll do the follow mode where it follows you. You'll love the gimbal, and it'll be a nice, smooth, generally smooth picture. Yeah, I think you guys are going to love it if you've never used a gimbal before. Uncle Dave, I've been a part of a few late nights lives with you, Bill. I believe we had 22 or 23 people after midnight at a time or two. There's been times when it surprised me, the number of people that actually show up, Uncle Dave. Tripping with Dre and Michelle, just landing in Miami. Is this Dre or Michelle? But the question really is, what are you going on a cruise? If so, what cruise? Miami? Horizon? No. Celebration? Huh. The schedule that I created says I will be at every Firenze Facebook group, M&I group event, but my napping spirit says, yeah, right. Keisha, I'm really, I joke with you a lot. I joke with you a lot. No, there's built-in nap time there. There better be something really going on strong for me not to get my nap in. I do like my nap, so hopefully, 1 or 2 o'clock in the afternoon, maybe. It depends. I'm not a really early riser either, but it all depends on how good the shows are at night. It all depends. It all depends. When I get on a cruise ship, if because this is another ship I've never been on before, so there's going to be a lot of me going around trying to visit different places, and I'm going to try do my vlogs a little bit differently when I get on this ship. So I think it's going to be a good trip, but I'm not doing a lot of it. I'm not getting up first thing in the morning to go with Kayla Lamar. I'm not doing the exercise program. I'm not. I just not. There's a few things I'm not doing. I probably won't even do the prom night. I'm gonna get pictures of it. I don't think I'm gonna do the prom night, but maybe I'll bring some dress clothes and do the prom night with a mask or the masquerade party. Maybe. I don't like dressing up. Building a business. We back at it. Though we know y'all miss us. They are building a business. Battle Creek. Yeah. You guys are doing you're doing big things. I'm not tech savvy enough to be out there, but you guys are doing big things over there. Yep. Go ahead, Tanya. Go live. I'm probably behind in the chat. Lawn lifters, I feel you, Bill. Lawn lifters, no, we cruised together on a ship, and they got me a talking. I'm just glad I did not procrastinate and book everything early for this M&I cruise, especially with having lost my job in February. Yeah. Uh, Dre and Michelle, you guys stayed there? I mean, the rooms don't look like anything special, but I thought it was just something nice. Plus, it's right at the port, but just something to make a vlog about. Don't stay in Long Beach. What's wrong with Long Beach? Two times I've been out there. I stayed at the Hilton that the group is staying at, the Long Beach Hilton, and I didn't. There was nothing wrong with it from what I saw. But I didn't venture out a lot either. It was a Facebook group, and we went to a bar down there near the port. I'm sorry, near the hotel, the Hilton, and we had a good time. I forget the name of the bar. Best dive bar in Long Beach is called Cracker on the Beach. There's a lot of good food spots by the Queen Mary. See, now that's good to know. I think that I take more naps on the cruise than any other cruises here. I tried not to take too many, but see, when I was on Edna's, my goodness, man, I wasn't taking naps. I was taking sleeps. Oh, hold on. There we go. Um, because I was drinking so much. So I don't plan on doing that. I got a new gimbal as well as a DJI Osmo 6. That's the action camera from DJI, Ross. Keisha says, I haven't told my sister that we're staying at the Queen Mary. She's going to be surprised that we're staying on a ship before we get on a ship. Thank you, Dre and Michelle. See, this is why you open up a business. I try to explain to people about a gimbal. I try all day long. I try to explain to people about a gimbal, and to me, it changes videos drastically. It changes videos drastically. Horizon Life with V's group. Yeah, I did see. Okay, I did see them because they were down there today in the hotel drinking. They my goodness, people, run it back. Uh, I can't wait to go next year. But no, it's a tough one. Just know you're not getting a lot of work done. Well, I'm not getting a lot of work done. Oh, Keisha, I didn't know. How was I supposed to know? She didn't know where she was staying at. I won't say it anymore if I can remember. I'm slow. I got a good deal on this. Got Amazon had a sale on it and got it for 109. Ooh, honey ship on June. June stayed on there. Yeah, that should be a fun cruise. The Horizon. Speaking of Mike Clock, how's it going? That's his Clock Family Adventures that it has the group cruise going on Utopia. Actually, two. He has one September 13th through the 16th and 16th through the 20th. Keisha says, a very nice, Ross. Vlogger goes. Tanya, I'm in. I've been wanting to do Virgin for a long time. I'm in. If you're doing it, let me know in advance so I can start counting my little pennies. Let me know. No matter where, even if you go over to London for Virgin, I'm going. I mean, 26. It's strange how far you have to start planning out these cruises in advance. Ross says, my morning exercise consists of lifting weights as I get out of bed. I lift my weight. Yeah, to join the club. There's so much I need to be doing. I need to take the steps more and just walk more. I don't want to see no spirits with the Holy Spirit. Okay, well, you shouldn't have picked a haunted ship, Keisha. Bill, if you had to choose one ship to go on to go on only forever, which would it be? Oh boy, I'm going to. I won't be able to pick like just one. But if I'm going to pick a ship that I can go on forever, it's going to be like the Oasis class ship for Royal, just because there's so much to do. Uh, Carnival Jubilee, there's not as much to do. You know, their big thing is a roller coaster. I'm not, you know, I've done it twice. I don't plan on doing it again. Uh, but if I go on a cruise ship like an Oasis class ship, tons of things to do. If family comes, they have plenty of stuff for kids. They have plenty of stuff for adults. They have plenty of stuff for older people like me. I really, I really, really liked MSC Meraviglia, it reminded me of an Oasis class ship. And if they could get their act together, it probably would be a ship like their newer ship. Uh, they have a new ship coming out, World America, and I want to see what that looks like, because that might be a favorite ship. The price is right. A lot of activities, and the Meraviglia had like a cigar lounge where you were in. They treated us like humans. A cigar lounge with a bar right outside, a TV, music playing, no cigarette smoke. It was like a perfect situation. It was like back in the good old days of cruising for me. And let me go down the channel. I know I'm way behind. The bar only serves saltine crackers and alcohol. I missed it. I know there was a joke there. Coach Sherry, welcome in. Coach Sherry, back in my younger days, that created problems for me, because I was like that too. I wouldn't sleep, and I would be tired. I would stay up 3 o'clock in the morning and get up at 7 o'clock in the morning, and it made for a tough 7 days. Bill, I was at TJ Maxx this morning, and the sneaky checkout line got me for a pair of noise canceling heads. I do that. I do this like this was I was using for. Hopefully I sound okay too, because I don't know what microphone is using, whether for using from the headphones or from this one. I don't see what's connected to um, Streamyard. But like listening to music or listening to, like when I'm editing videos, having the headphones, it does wonders. But the biggest thing is like being on an airplane. Being on an airplane and the canceling out the engine noise. I mean, good set of headphones. These are the Sony's XM5, XMH5s, whatever it is, whatever the good pair is. Um, little expensive, but it's worth it. It's worth it. And like right now it's having a noise cancellation mode, so I can't hear anything around me. Like if anything, if the refrigerator, whatever comes on, if the TV was on, I couldn't hear it. But to cancel the noise cancellation mode, all you do is cuff it like this, and that cancels it. And now I can hear what people are saying around me. So if you see me, Keisha, if you see me and you start talking to me and I do like this and I have my headphones on, that's just so I can hear you. Don't think I'm going crazy. Like, oh, he doesn't want to talk to me. He's doing this. No, this is just so it cancels the. Hold on. I activated the speak to chat, but yeah, just know I'm just trying to listen to you. Susanna, welcome in. Welcome in, Susanna. Appreciate you being there. Is the gimbal the selfie stick that rotates and adjusts to movements? If so, is it bulky to carry around? I they are bulky. Oops. Hold on. A gimbal is it's like a stabilizer, so to speak. But like this is the camera I use. This is the DJI. However, this is the two. They have a 3-out, which I want. But the gimbal, it has a 3-axis gimbal, which tries to keep the head state steady. So when you move the camera, the head of the camera doesn't move as much. So it's not like bouncing around. A lot of the newer phones, they have the electronic stabilizer. So like the iPhone, hold on. There we go. The iPhone will have um, a electronic stabilizer, but to me, it's not as good. You can when you're looking at the video, you can see it jumping up and down. But some of them, I don't have my other one around here either. Hold on. Well, yes, I do. This is the one that I use. Like you see me on a ship, I'll be using this one right here. Boop. And you just stick your phone on here. It's 3-axis gimbal, and you walk around, but it's steady, and you can flip the camera around. Uh, you can zoom in, zoom out with a dial. It's to me, it's one of the best ones out there. It's older. It's an older model. Um, yeah, I like it. I use gimbal. Okay, Ross. Bob, I appreciate you coming in. I know I'm late. You're probably already gone. Yena. I'm gonna have to. Next time I come into your live, I need you to say your name for me, Yena. And somebody said it, and I'm trying to picture how they said it. Yena, Yena, Yena Journeys. Yee. Welcome in. I'm glad you're here. The only ship I would limit myself to is a friendship. Yeah, well, we're going back to the ship that I would pick. I want the bigger the better, just because there's more things to do. If I went on a spirit class ship or smaller, that class of ship, especially like Carnival, you kind of run out of things to do. So bigger the better, so you can walk around and not do the same thing over and over and over and over and over and over again. Have you ever considered living full time on a cruise ship? I have. I have. I don't know if I would do it. I would like to do a world cruise though. Um, Maybe 60 days. But I don't know about selling everything to get there, and I'd have to work out some things. But I would love to do a 60-day cruise. I'm doing a 29-day cruise in April. Talk to me after April, and I'll let you know how I'm going. Controversial cruising? No, it would be the new Margaritaville ship and the great food. I know I skipped by some stuff. Yes, 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 it has a microphone and it's audio. I mean, I could get a phone call on them, and it's just certain hand gestures. And right now, I accidentally turned on the speak to text mode on. So right now on my phone, if I was doing the text on my phone, it would do the speech to text. And there's a there's a I did it. Now hold on. Okay. If you do like this, touch this, the right, what's the name? It cuts that mode off. So there's hand gestures that you use on this side right here, like to use volume. You just put your finger on it and go up or down and change the volume. Double tap on it and answer a phone call. So there's all kind of things you can do with it. The iPhone has a stabilizer. Yes, it's electronic stabilizer, and you can actually see some of the distortion in it when it's because it's not a gimbal, but they do, you know, electronically try to give you a stabilized picture. Oops. Do you like the smaller camera selfie sticks? Can you see through the screen? This one, that's the problem with this one. The screen is so small. The DJI 3 has a larger screen, which is what I want. The combo kit is probably about $650 or so. So it is expensive, and it's not a durable, it's not an action camera where you see people with like the GoPros and going underwater and on ATVs and bouncing all around. That's not this camera. This camera is more for walking around and taking pictures. Oh wow, I didn't get that one. Yeah, it's an old school one, kind of sort of, but it really does everything, Tanya. It really does everything. Um, when we get together, I'll show it to you. But and a lot of times I don't use all the functions on it, but it has like the tracking mode, and it has a joystick to control the camera if need be. So it makes it a smoother picture. Miss Tanya, go to bed. I need to check yours out, event yours, because I would need it to be more compact. Yes, Tanya's, it folds up. It looks like a nice one. Keisha keeps talking about something being limp all the time. You just have to cut it on, and then it straightens right out. I mean, Keisha, I don't. Yeah, yeah. What lawn lifters? If you have the exact same one, so you know what it does. iPods. Yes. Well, it depends, Coach Sherry. It depends on what you're doing. Uh, Most of the time, yes, I would prefer these. They work better for me as far as the noise cancellation. But if you talk to Tanya, event yours, she has iPods, or I think they're. Let me scratch that. She had some noise canceling earbuds, and she says they're really good at noise canceling. My thing, I fly a lot, and like being on an airplane, these I just love these for any noisy situation. I'm about to, Keisha. My suitcase would need to wait until tomorrow. That's all you had to do, Keisha. Turn it on, and it was good to go. So that's it. Timmy and I are going to take the gimbal out for a run today. Yes, that is the key. That is the key is getting practice with it and getting practice with the different modes. Um, a lot of times, I'm like, what's going on? Why is it doing this? Why is it doing that? Well, somehow I had hit a button and changed the mode from like point of view to follow mode. So in follow mode, so like when I turn, it wants to follow whatever it locked onto over here. I'm like, why is it not turning? Why is it not giving me the picture I want? Well, it's user error, and and all it takes is practice. All it takes is practice. But imagine, like for me, it's like being me sitting here, or let's say on a cruise ship. I put it on a table where I can sit over here with a microphone on, and I can move over here or whatever, and it's still following me and keeping me in in frame. Um, we all wish it was that simple, Bill. Turn it on and it's ready. I know, don't we? Some of the older models we would stop. I don't like the way this conversation is going. Hey, Bill, did you like the Oasis class ship? Also, this is Junior. Oh, hey, Mike Junior, how's it going? I did. I love the Oasis class ship. I loved it, and I mean, I'm looking at the Utopia, and I think it's a winner. It looks like a lot of the same things, but I'm sure they're different. But I love it, and I love it for the reason that it has a ton of things to do for everybody, for the kids, for young adults, for the middle aged people, the old people. It has something for everybody, and Carnival is I, Carnival is a vibe. It's not so much of what they have. It's the people that are on it, and Carnival has a vibe about it. Um, Good or bad. I mean, some people don't like it. I prefer it. I prefer it. But I'm from the city, and people staying up late, partying, being loud. Being loud doesn't necessarily mean being rowdy. It's just some people are just loud. Um, so I mean, I love Carnival, and I'll never stop loving Carnival. But I see the potential from these other ships, how beautiful they are, and I'm disappointed that Carnival didn't try to go that route. Carnival built the Jubilee is my favorite Carnival ship, and it's practical, but it doesn't awe you. There's nothing about there that awes you. The greatest thing that they have on the Carnival Jubilee is the whole floor of the Serenity area for the adults only. To me, that's a game changer right there. Because if you don't want to be bothered with kids, you just go up there. They have a pool. Most Carnival ships don't have a pool in the adult only section. So you got a pool, you got the hot tubs, you got a little snack area. If you don't want to be bothered with the kids, you can go up there and have a bar and not deal with kids at all. The Utopia looks absolutely massive. It does. Can't wait to go to the Jubilee in 2 weeks. Going to be my first Carnival cruise. I think you're going to enjoy it, Mike. I think you're going to enjoy it. The Icon class ships are the only ones with a swim up bar. I think that class will be my favorite. I'm not haven't gone on the Icon yet, but I do. When I look at the Icon, looking at the Icon, it was what back in 2009 when I think right around 2009 when the Oasis class ship first came out. When I looked at the Icon and I saw it, I'm like, that's a game changer. And that's what I said about the Icon. I'm sorry, what I said about the Oasis. I'm like, that Oasis is a game changer. I can't afford it. I can't wait for the price to come down so I can get on it. And little did I know it was going to be 30 years later that the price came down and I could get on it. Okay, 20 years later. Okay, a little less, but you get the point. I want to do the Icon. I'm gonna try to do the Icon probably in 2025 because it looks stunning. But I mean, don't kid yourself though. MSC has some great looking ships, and they have more of a Carnival price. I'm so surprised MSC is not more on the top of people's list as far as cruise ships. I mean, it literally the Meraviglia felt like an Oasis class ship, other than the Aqua Park, but it felt more like an Oasis class ship than any other ship. And it has the canopy and the atrium. I mean, in the promenade. Um, I really like MSC and World America. I will be getting on that one. Utopia looks crazy. Has some 20 different restaurants. or something outrageous, it does. Those are the type of ones you want to do. I wanted to go someplace where you can do a back to back with different itineraries. Like when you go to Miami, you can do an Eastern and a Western Caribbean. So you do two, back to back. You're not going to the same port. When you go out of like Texas, a lot of times you're hitting the same port, and it's just I don't really like that. Even though the Jubilee is my favorite ship. Scrolls Nest, welcome in, welcome in. I'm really not. I'm getting ready to get off here. We got to go watch Tanya and her. Oh, okay, Bill. I'm going to bed. These clothes will need to wait till tomorrow. I will. Tanya, let me know. I want to see you work the gimbal. I want to see you use your gimbal. Because I'm curious as far as what you think. Because I'm a firm believer. If you can get a gimbal, get one. Badass 93 Stang, welcome in, welcome in. I appreciate you being in here. It's good to see you. It's been a while. I haven't seen you in a while. Good night, Tanya. Sleep tight. So, with that being said, I think I'm gonna get out of here too. Thanks, everybody. I'm gonna stay up about another. What time is it? 1:20. I'll probably stay up another 40 minutes and try to do a little bit more on this vlog, and then so I can finish it up tomorrow. But I appreciate you all stopping in here, keeping me company for a while. I gotta get back to work editing some videos. Scott, go to bed. Don't you get up in the morning? You gotta go to bed. All right, everybody. Thank you for coming in. Mike Jr., thank you for stopping in. Appreciate it. Keisha, thank you guys. And I will talk to you soon. Make sure you remember, stay strong and embrace the journey. Uncle Dave, thank you. I almost missed you, Uncle Dave. Thank you. And I will talk to you. If I don't talk to you tomorrow, I'll talk to you Monday. Monday at 5 p.m. Eastern time will be a premiere of a video. So I will see you then. Night, night.